can go ahead.
Yeah. So, good morning, everyone. I'm Jia, and as you know, I'm from computer science. I'm a PhD student here, and today and in the following micro teaching, what I want to talking about is called data mining. So, in a high level, data mining is a very new technical we developed during the past 10 years, but now is widely used in many areas for scientists to mining information from huge amount of data. Okay, so in the following talks, I will introduce several basic concepts of data mining and very basic algorithms we use and several practical applications for data mining. So for today's talk, this is the agenda. I will begin with the reason why we need data mining, then a definition for that, then 4 important areas within data mining. Okay, so to begin with, let me first do a survey. So how many of you guys say process large amount of data before, or need to process a huge amount of data in future?
Somewhat.
Okay, so how many of you know some mathematical course, for example, probability, stochastic? No? Okay. Don't worry, I will just introduce in a very high level way the basic idea, not complicated algorithm. Okay, so let's get started for today's talk. So, the first part, why do we need data mining? The reason is very simple. So think about every day we have so huge amount of data. You visit web pages, you search something, we have millions of users there. They have generated a huge amount of data. So if you want to find something from those data, traditional method always not work efficiently. So that's why during the past 10 years, we want to develop a new technical to handle such large amount of data. So give an example for myself. So this summer, I have a research intern in AT&T in New Jersey. So what I did is just I have hundreds of gigabytes data there, and I want to find what factors need to drop course from such huge amount of data. So what I use is exactly data mining. Yeah, I learn something from the data, not something else. So this is a motivating example. So now let me move on to the second part, the definition of data mining. So definition, I think, is kind of simple. It's just like the process of discovering useful information from large data set. Yeah, remember 2 things. The first one is you want to discover some useful information, and second thing is from large data set, not small data set. So that's 2 key factors in the definition. Okay, let me move on to the third part I want to introduce today. That is 4 important areas and also their practical applications for data mining. I just gave a high-level introduction. Yeah. So the first important area is called classification. So think about this scenario. Every day you receive email. Some of them are not good email, they just spam email, right? For some advertisements. Sometimes it can be very annoying. So how can we classify regular email and spam email? Google has some work for that, but how it works? Yeah, in high level, you may use some header information or content of the email, but how it works? This is one topic data mining deal with is called classification. Okay. And I will introduce maybe in the next talk. Yeah, the second part of data mining is called classification. I want to ask a question. So how many of you guys use the Google News before?
Oh, Google News? No.
No? You use?
A little bit.
Okay. So I want to tell you a major difference between Google News and the news you read from traditional magazines and newspaper. So the big difference is that Google News characterized news in different topics, and this process is automatic. However, if you read a newspaper or you read a magazine, it's done by an editor, right? It's human. So the difference is like that. Google News use data mining technology to automatically cast a huge amount of web pages. They found news and categorize them in different topics. So user can choose the topic they really like. So this is the second interesting application of data mining. The third one I want to you guys to know is also a very interesting technique called association. So think about this scenario. You go to Rainbow. You buy something. For example, you buy apple, you buy orange, you buy milk, you also buy Delta. So we want to analyze the basket, user basket, some analysis for it. So we have a huge amount of transaction of user data. What can we do for that? Can we provide some bad suggestions? So a very interesting application for data mining is that it learns from the user's data. For example, it may find an interesting rule that if a user buys a diaper, it will, with high probability, also buy a milk. So maybe this is a very obvious. He may have a little baby at home and want to buy milk for him. This may be obvious, but for other scenario, it might not be so obvious. Especially you want to learn a complete set of rules, and you need systematical technique to deal with that. So that is the third part, association. So the next application and area I want to introduce is called anonymity detection. One important area in data mining. So think about you use your credit card, you buy something every day, you go shopping, you buy foods. However, one day somebody steal your credit card. So will he consume credit card money in the same way? Perhaps not. He may buy something very expensive or use your money in several hours, right? So this has some significant difference from your behavior. Anonymity detection technology is widely used for bankers. They use this to detect the different behaviors of your consumption, of your credit card. They use this to find some fraud use of credit card.
So what are the, so they have information about the kind of things that you buy.
Yeah.
But
1 minute.
yeah, I'll ask it later. You can summarize first, and then I'll ask you the question later.
Okay, sure, thanks. Yeah, so in ours, I want to summarize what I talked today. So today, I introduced the concept of data mining. Why we need data mining? We have a huge amount of data, and we want to learn something from the data. And the definition of data mining. Yeah, we need to learn something from a huge amount of data. And 4 important application for data mining. So the homework I have for you guys is you just need one application for each character to help you better understand the concept of data mining and its applications. And what I want to talk for next time is I want to tell a way to measure similarity and dissimilarity of data. This is widely used in data mining. Okay, any questions?
Yeah, we have some questions now. My question was, okay, I can figure if someone bought like a large purchase, like if it's $1,000,
Yeah.
it would be easy to say, oh, this seems like a purchase that's different than what I normally would make.
Yeah.
But what are some other ways they can figure out the anomaly?
Yeah. So another interesting thing like the location information.
Oh.
So think about you buy something here yesterday,
Yeah.
but next day you buy something in China.
Yeah.
This is almost impossible, but it
Yeah.
happens in the real world, right?
Yeah.
So in their mining, they use different attributes of the data, such like the amount you consume and the location where you do this, and also the things you buy. They combine all those different things together to output whether this behavior is normal or abnormal.
Other questions?
Any questions?
How are things classified? Like how when something is doing a data mining process, how do they know to classify something as a spam email?
You mean how this works?
Yeah.
Yeah, so basically, think about you have mining data, okay? So during this data, you have different objects. Here, the object is email. You have millions of email. For each email, you have header, you have a sender and a receiver, you have a content, right? You have different attributes for the object email here. So how it works is like you learn the characteristics of the attributes of email. For example, the word it uses, or how it connects people. For example, it's a one-to-one email or a one-to-many. Yeah, they combine these different characters together and to figure out whether it's a spam email or not.
Okay, I'll have to
Thank
stop you there, Jia. Thank you. So